Hey guys, Sort5 here, back with episode number 2 of the Brighton Realistic Career Mode on FIFA 21. We're kicking this episode off, taking on West Ham at the Olympic Stadium, the London Stadium, the Queen Elizabeth II Stadium, whatever you want to call it. But we want to get a result here today and continue our push. You know, West Ham are the kind of team I want to be competing with this season. And we're 14 minutes in. Lewis Dunk charges in right through Jesse Lingard, and he gets a red card 14 minutes into the game, just like that. From the resulting free kick, that's a really well taken one from Aaron Cresswell, but we're going to be down to 10 men for a huge majority of this game, so we need the boys to work as hard as they possibly can, and that is exactly what Sanchez did there with the initial save. But unfortunately, a player I was looking at but instead went with Tammy Abraham. Michail Antonio, maybe we'll look to sign him next season should we need a new striker, but I think I'm alright with Maupay and Tammy Abraham for the time being. Speaking of Maupay, turns his man brilliantly there, unfortunately gets blocked. Lovely little turn, knocks it into the path of Pascal Gross, turns Aaron Cresswell brilliantly, and then a lovely finish across goal past Flappy Hansky, and it is 1-1. The lifeline has been brought back. We just need to stay at this scoreline and things will be good. And with Tammy Abraham, his pressing ability is one of his best attributes, and he just did it there against Diop. He's won the ball back, he's one-on-one. Unfortunately though, he took the shot on his weaker left foot, and you could tell it was his weaker foot, and it did go far wide, and unfortunately didn't really even test Fabianski in that one. As a great save from Sanchez, 4-0 again. The great save, they're trying to score into the open net after those initial brilliant saves. Thankfully this time it was wide of the post. But because of that huge gap in the defence, it allows Antonio through. Another great save from Sanchez. We clear it away as far as possible. Another block there. Falls to Antonio, looks to turn Tariq Lamptey into the path of Jesse Lingard. Out wide to Jared Bowen. Man in the middle is 4-0. Punched away by Sanchez. And eventually we do look to get the ball away even further, thankfully out to Cresswell, who whips it back across. It's easily caught by Sanchez. And we get a bit of respite at half-time. 15 minutes. Get the rest on, you know. Rub down. Just calm down. You know, 45 minutes away from an incredible result here. 10 men for a majority of the game, but Jesse Lingard is through. And Jesse Lingard ruins that dream as he makes it 2-1. He runs over to David Moyes. Thank you for giving me the opportunity, Moisey. And Jesse Lingard is a player who I'm pretty sure went out on loan at Brighton at some point during his career. So maybe we bring him in on a permanent next season and bring him back to Brighton. But within the 85th minute, a little 1-2 between McAllister, the Argentinian Scotsman, and Tammy Abraham makes it 2-2. And with 5 minutes remaining, the 10 men of Brighton get the ball in the back of the net. But an embarrassing 5-4 loss to Coventry on penalties from the second team means we are knocked out of a Carabao Cup, which is a competition I really wanted to have a nice little push in. So it seems we're going to have to take that focus that I had for the Carabao Cup and we're going to have to move it to the FA Cup. As we return to the Amex Stadium, this time taking on Aston Villa, another team I want to be competing with this season. In and around that 10th to kind of 8th or 7th or 8th, between 7th and 10th. We want to finish in that kind of top half of the table, and by beating these types of teams or even nicking a result at their home stadium like we did with West Ham, we will be able to get those results. But a chance here coming our way is falls to Pascal Gross in a very dangerous area, and he puts it just wide of the post. Obviously the goal scorer from the previous game didn't quite work out the same in this one here, as another chance here for Matty Cash in the box, lays it across to Ross Barkley. Great block, a second great save. We still can't quite get the ball away, and thankfully someone takes leadership of it and does clear the ball away, meaning the score at halftime was 0-0. The first chance though in the second half coming our way as Gross into Aaron Connolly, turns his man but he shoots his shot wide of the post. Quite a poor shot all things considered, as Solly March into the path of Bissouma, one of our kind of more higher potential players in the squad. Maupay to McAllister, back through to Neil Maupay. He's broke the back line. Mings pushed up to try and get the ball off of McAllister, and thankfully Neil Maupay is clinical enough to tuck that one past. It's Martinez. What's Martinez's first name? It's not Lautaro Martinez. It's not. Oh my God. What is Martinez's first name? For the life of me, cannot remember what Martinez's first name is, but he puts it past Martinez. He makes it 1-0. We pick up all 3 points at home as we go into transfer deadline day, and the only real offer that came in was Newcastle coming in for Matt Clark, the 23-year-old 72 overall player. He was sold. We get 2.4 million added to the budget. An offer did come in for Matthew Ryan, but it was a player swap deal, so I did reject it. And also an offer came in for Ben White, but it came from Schalke, who got relegated from the Bundesliga in real life, so again, I did reject that. And it was also a swap deal for Nabil Bentaleb. So we come into the final game of this episode, taking on Leeds United at Ellen Road, the newly added stadium. I think it's probably the newest added stadium in the game. And the first chance comes their way as Sanchez kind of palms the ball even further into the path of the Leeds man in the box. Thankfully, though, for ourselves, it didn't quite work out as an amazing ball from Ayling to Bamford. Shifties past Ben White, one of his former teammates, gets to the ball before Sanchez, flicks it from his right foot onto his left foot, and he just taps it into an open net. An incredible bit of play there from Patrick Bamford does put them 1-0 to the good as McAllister plays it across to Neil Maupay. For some reason, he is in the box unmarked, which is absolutely incredible. I don't know how he's not marked there. But he scores for consecutive games, which is really good to see. And it is another assist for McAllister, who also seems to be in good form, which is really good to see as well. As 34 minutes into the game, Tariq Lamptey sees the man in the middle. He dinks it across to Pascal Gross, who gets another goal in this episode. Tariq Lamptey, I believe, gets finally his first assist after whipping in so many crosses this season. And we are 2-1 to the good against Leeds after being 1-0 down. Really good to see. We've also got a couple of goal-scoring midfielders in this team, in McAllister and in Pascal Gross. As a chance for them as Rodrigo is denied by his Spanish counterpart in Sanchez, and we do look to counter-attack down the other end as Neil Maupay sees the run being made by Trossard in the middle. He's got no one around him. All he's got to do is beat Meslier. And he tried to be a bit fancy, do a couple of step-overs, beat him at the near post. Didn't quite work out the way he had planned. And it's still 2-1 as Webster heads the ball dangerously to Ben White. He can't quite clear it away. Again, finds Click, one of his former teammates. Clearly thinks he still plays for Leeds. Thankfully, though, Basuma is there. Clears it up, finds Pascal Gross. And we've got another opportunity here as no one is around him. He's got two men in the middle to aim for. Which one's he going to go for? He's going to go for the taller Tammy Abraham with the diving header. But it kind of loses all power as it does go into the path of Meslier. But we do pick up all 3 points. A 2-1 victory at Ellen Road. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. If you have, please like, subscribe, and peace.